Mando! Hello! What's the hello? Hello! Hello everyone and welcome to my review of the first episode of season 2 of The Mandalorian. Now, unlike my previous television reviews, I'm not going to review this one as one whole season when it finally drops in its entirety. I'm going to review this on an episode by episode basis, so every week on Friday, I'll have a review up for you guys, or an immediate reaction as it were, right after the episode finishes premiering. Episode 1, or Chapter 9 of The Mandalorian just dropped, and it's a 55-minute long episode, and I just got to see it. I finished watching it just now, and there's a lot of thoughts obviously going around. There's going to be some spoilers obviously in this reaction because it's kind of hard to talk about it on an episode by episode basis without discussing plot details, but let's just start off. So right out the gate we start off, Mando is with our little child over here, and he's going to keep me company for the rest of this review. And he's looking for a way to get him to his home, to get him to others of his kind. He runs into a target who could potentially lead him to another Mandalorian on Tatooine. When he gets there, he meets Timothy Olyphant's character, who has Boba Fett's armor on, so that eliminates that for the time being. And he's running a very small town in the middle of Tatooine, which is being annihilated by a dragon of sorts that keeps coming out from under the ground and terrorizing the villagers and basically eating a lot of their livestock. And so our Mandalorian decides that, hey, I want the armor back because, you're not a Mandalorian, you can't just take things from our creed. And so the deal is made between the two of them that as long as the dragon can be healed, the armor will be given back. And that's essentially our episode over here. I loved this episode. Right out the gate, visuals have improved. And that's saying something. The first season, for instance, was just spectacular visually, but they've upped the ante quite a bit in season 2 right out the gate. I'll talk more about this coming towards the last few minutes of the... Sorry, I'm covering your face. We'll talk more about this as we're coming into the later part of the episode because there's one visual thing they do which is absolutely amazing. The cinematography, the visual design, the production... magnificent. And it's so great seeing these characters again. It's so great seeing this little baby again being all cute and stuff. Yes, he's just gonna be with me for every single one of these reviews because unfortunately these episodes just dropped, so I don't have a lot of footage for you guys. So I'm gonna have to rely on that you're looking at him the entire time and looking into his cute little eyes as I talk about every episode of The Mandalorian. The way it's written and directed, Jon Favreau has done an amazing job once again. And yes, it's fan servicey. The episode definitely is, as I'm sure everybody was expecting it to be. I'm just gonna shift here so you can see the Last Jedi poster a little bit as well. But I really loved what they were able to do with this episode. I really loved the action. I loved the soundtrack. Ludwig Göransson coming in again and doing a really great job. Character that Timothy Olyphant plays, I hope he's in more episodes going down. I think he's really awesome. I gotta talk about this. I loved the IMAX aspect ratio when they're finally taking on the dragon in the last bit of the show. The way it expanded was amazing. Not since Hunger Games Catching Fire have I seen an aspect ratio change that effective and that brilliantly done. One of my favorite transitions in a very long time from aspect ratio to another. Really great stuff. It's just something that I wanted to gush about. Of course, we got to talk about the final shot a little bit, so spoilers. After they do kill this dragon, you see Temuera Morrison, who is Boba Fett, and you see that he's walking around without his armor. So I'm sort of interested in now where that goes. And obviously, when it confirms that Boba Fett is still alive, he survived the Sarlacc pit. Very interested in where that's gonna go. I can make a lot of speculations at this time, but frankly, I don't think I should because I honestly don't know where this can go. All I can talk about is this episode, and I think this episode is a fantastic start to season 2. I can't wait to see what else they do. I'm hoping it's just as good as this episode. I mean, this was a fantastic start. I was hooked from start to finish. It didn't lose me for a second. It's everything that I wanted it to be, man. I love Star Wars. I really do. It's great to be back in the groove again, even though it's not been that long. I mean, Clone Wars, the final season, was just very recently, and so was The Rise of Skywalker and all that stuff. But it's nice to be back into it again. So guys, what did you think of episode 1, chapter 9 of The Mandalorian season 2? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know. As always, if you like this, guys, please do subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and may the Force be with you. I should have made that noise. God damn it.